Beloved guests, please be seated. Emily and John, it is our joy to witness and celebrate your wedding in a rich celebration, sustained as we are in the mysterious power of all creation whose core is love. You come here today as individuals. You come because, of course, not to lose yourselves, but instead for the promise of a new life, one of unity and love. And we, your family and friends, have gathered here to share in your joy, to ask the infinite power in creation to bless you. We hold that marriage is a gift and a bond. Emily and John have chosen a traditional hand-fasting ceremony. In Europe, until the mid-1700s, few unions were sanctified in a church or synagogue. Rather, they were celebrated by a simple hand-fasting ceremony in which two partners joined hands over the village anvil, or in the fields, or in the grove of trees. This couple linked hands to form a circle, symbolizing the entirety of the universe as represented in their relationship. Today, we will build on this tradition. Now, before you go further, Emily and John, since your lives have crossed in this life, you have formed ties between each other. As you seek to enter this state of matrimony, you should strive to make real all the ideals and meaning both in this ceremony and in the institution of marriage. With full awareness, know that within this circle, you are not only declaring your intent to be hand-fasted before your friends and family, but you speak that this intent is also to God. The promises made today and the ties are bound here, so I said that wrong, the ties that are bound here greatly strengthen your union. They will cross the years and the lives of each of your souls' growth. Do you still seek to enter into this ceremony with Tony's approval? These are the hands that will passionately love you, cherish you through the years for a lifetime of happiness. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of both sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will comfort you in illness, hold you when fear or grief racks your mind. These are the hands that will hold you tight as you struggle through difficult times. And these are the hands that will give you support and encourage you to chase your dreams. Together, everything you wish for can be realized if you hold fast to one another. Back in earlier years, the hands would be bound with whatever was available. This could be vines or colorful cords or a scarf. Today, we will use these cords to symbolize the binding or the promises that John and Emily are making to one another. First, we must make some promises. John, will you be Emily's faithful partner for life? And Emily, will you be John's faithful partner for life? Will you love each other and be constant friends? Even if you don't speak in tandem. And so the first binding is made. Emily, do you promise to love John without reservation? And John, do you promise to love Emily without reservation? Now, will both of you stand with one another in sickness and health, in plenty and in want? We will. So the binding is made. John, will you stand together with Emily in your times of joy and sorrow? I will. And Emily, will you stand with John in your times of joy and sorrow? Will you both share the burdens of each so your spirits may grow in this union? We will. And so the binding is made. Emily, will you always be open and honest with John for as long as you both so live? And John, will you always be open and honest with Emily for as long as you both shall live? I will. Will you both dream together to create new realities and hopes for your marriage? We will. And so the binding is made. John, will you honor this woman? I will. And Emily, will you honor this man? Will you both seek and cherish to strengthen that honor? We will. And so the binding is made. The knots of this binding are not formed by these cords, but instead by your vows. Either of you may drop the cords, for as always, you hold in your own hands the making or breaking of this union. holds the rings?
We do.
Let us all bless these rings. These rings are circles, symbols that remind us of the sun and the earth and the universe, symbols of holiness, of perfection and peace, that which has no beginning and that which has no end. And so in this moment, let us all bring our blessings to these rings so that they remain symbols of unity and commitment. Grant that the love which Emily and John and Tony have for each other now may always be as unending as these rings. These are the rings that Emily and John will wear for the rest of their lives, rings that express the love that they have for one another. Let us take a moment and send our prayers, our thoughts, and our love to these rings so that as they wear them, they will carry our love with them as well. Please bring the rings. At this time, Emily and John, you will exchange rings and state for each other. With this ring, I thee wed. Let it ever be a symbol of my love.
This ring, I thee wed, let it ever be a symbol.
This ring, I thee wed, let it ever be a symbol.
Only a couple can seal the promise of a marriage, and only a couple can bind it. No power vested in me by the state can grant me the authority to declare what only these two hearts can declare, and what only these two souls can make real. And so, inasmuch as you, John, and you, Emily, have announced the truths that are already written in your hearts, and have witnessed the same in the presence of these, your family and friends, we observe, joyfully I will note, that you are now husband and wife. Here's the kissing part.
Hold that pose.
Yay! I present to you Mrs. Emily Lewis and Mr. John Lewis.